mad. The last few days, you've gone absolutely bonkers, haven't you? You have gone. These are all frosted up. So what we do, as I say, we're on a mission, and it's not a mission from God. What we've had to do is normally what we do. Get an Elfie with him, not a selfie. There's a pub quiz on, and it's very, very loud, isn't it? Another day, and Sandra's at work today. So I'm a bit late starting this vlog. I've been busy this morning. Just been doing a product review. Anyway, our house, as you know, is rather chaotic at the moment, to say but the least. But we are managing the best that we can to be a little bit organised. So even our living room's just messy. I've just washed the throw on the settee where I go. Believe it or believe it, I did hoover all around the log burner yesterday. So I need to bring some logs in. I need to replenish our little log store, which I'll take you outside in a bit. And in preparation for in a couple of days' time. So by the time you see this video, you may have seen what we're going to do. But I've said that myself and Sandra, we do a Christmas message each year. And it's all done on green screen. So I just need to go and let the dog in. She's outside. I'll explain about Rasha in a minute. Rasha's been a bit super crazy back in. Yeah, but basically, we're going to be dressed up. As I say, you may have seen what this is about, which we may publish before you see this. Anyway, whatever. I've just had to dig out some of my camera gear. So I've got a ring light here. These are background stands. These lift up. This is a pole. There's a green screen. So we'll be moving some furniture around in the living room, putting up a big green screen, and all being well, when you see our little Christmas message, which is always unscripted, we don't have a script on what we're going to say or anything. It's all off the cuff. So that's in preparation for that. I've got. I think this may end up being part of this video, because this may go into the hours of darkness. I have got a elf suit here and a Santa suit for something. So keep watching this, because as I say, this video is probably going to extend into doing manoeuvres under the cover of darkness. Those that know will know what I'm referring to. Yeah, so that's basically it. And as I say, everything's just bedlam. This unit shouldn't be here. That unit was in our conservatory. I've just been moving more stuff around in the conservatory. I've got my grandson's. I've got his baby seat. I call him a baby seat. He's not a baby anymore, but his child seat here. We got that back from Hannah yesterday. More and more stuff is now into the conservatory for the move that we've packed up. I'll show you the front room. And where we're also up to, it's all a little bit chaos. Rasha, you've been just mad the last few days. You've gone absolutely bonkers, haven't you? You have gone bonkers, haven't you? What have you been doing? Have a biscuit. So, in our back garden, we've got two massive conifers, Landiolales, huge ones. They need cutting down. Both of them need cutting down. They're out of control, but they're in neighbouring properties. And there's a grey squirrel lives in each one of them. And from our bedroom window, we can see into our back garden, and you can see sometimes one grey squirrel runs into the other grey squirrel's tree and has a bit of a fight, and then the other grey squirrel. Anyway, these two grey squirrels keep fighting each other, and then they meet in between. And this morning, the grey squirrels, both of them were in the garden when I let Rasha. She went out into the back garden, and so Rasha's been running up and down, chasing the squirrels. And then for the last half an hour, she's been wanting to go out, right, Rasha? And basically, she's been sat at the bottom of the garden, looking up to the trees, going, "Where are you? Where are you? I want to chase you." Yeah, Rasha and the grey squirrels. So all being well. I'm limited now in this room what I can do anymore. This is mainly down to Sandra. So again, I've shown you these suits and jackets. They need to get to Oxfam. I've got some clothing that needs to go to the clothes bank. it doesn't look like we've done any progress. There is some progress here, but this is now this is the last bit of chaos that needs sorting out. We can live with boxes. We can live with boxes. In fact, Sandra's actually ordered some boxes, which is, I couldn't believe she did. Oh, golly. And it is freezing cold outside. You won't be able to see out the window. So we've had massive frost now. I think it's 4 nights running. And where the sunshine isn't reaching the outside, for want of a better word, where there's no sunshine, the frost is not clearing. So everything is absolutely white and frozen solid. Thankfully, we love our log burner. So talking of which, I think I'm going to go and grab a wheelbarrow of logs from our log store, bring them up and replenish the mini log store that we have near our back door. Grazing. Oh. And you know, do you remember these from Fitville's that they sent to me? These have been super warm and comfortable. So I'm going to put those on. I've got a new winter coat and I'm going to get myself outside. But yeah, these Fitville's, again, go back on some recent vlogs where I've done a review on these with links. These are waterproof. You've got Velcro on, so there's no lacing, so they're super easy to put on and keep your feet toasty and warm. Super bright. Right, so as I say, I had to put some logs into a wheelbarrow. Show you how cold it is here. This is how cold. None of this is defrosting. Everything is covered in ice. So I bought up a wheelbarrow of logs, knowing that I'd need to fill in. So we've got logs store at the bottom of the garden. Some of you will know. And then up near our back door, we've got this other log store, and we rotate these logs about. So this shelf here, so this needs cutting. It won't fit into the log burner. You get a chainsaw on that. So I'm just going to fill in this top shelf here. This has got, this is what I call the kindling, your tinder. So I'm just going to go and get some more kindling and fill this up, and then we'll top this shelf up. And as you can see, it's bitterly cold here, really cold. These are all frosted up. So what we do, as I say, so I will bring the wheelbarrow up a bit closer. Hang on a minute. We store these in, and then as we need them 2 or 3 days ahead, we bring them in, and then they're, so these are seasoned, even though they look frosty. These are seasoned logs. We'll bring them up and we stack them by the log burner for a couple of nights while the log burner's on, and that pulls any of that moisture that's in there out into the air and dries out the logs. Right, I need to wheelbarrow up the wheelbarrow a little bit closer. We've got a squirrel lives in that conifer here, and then there's another conifer there. We've got a squirrel that lives in there, and then these beech trees here is where the squirrels sort of make the way down, and quite often you'll see the squirrel from that tree there working its way along, bound into here. Then they have a fight, then they meet halfway, and as I say, Rasha's very not happy, because we actually ended up with 2 of the squirrels in our garden having a bit of a fight. So cold. Right, so wheelbarrow up the top of there. Oh, hello, Rasha. Are you looking for the squirrels? What are you doing? Are you looking for them squirrels, Rasha? What's happening? Let me get stacking some logs. Right, so these had a bit of ice on them, so I'm just going to leave them up at the top. You can see we've got the sunshine here. This is kindling softwood to get going. These won't be used now for a while, because the next pile of logs are these ones down here, which are bone dry. They've been down there for a while now. And then let's go over to our kindling store, show you what's going on. A bit of a lean-to, so these are all, again, chunks of softwood. These are pre-cut up bags of kindling. These are what we use on top of our coals to initially get it going. Then we put some slightly heavier bits on, and then that is all in here. Right, Rossi, what are you doing now? You daft dog. What are you doing? I don't. Have I ever shown you this before? This is worse for wear now. This is rotten. But I bought this for Sandra. So this was a chainsawed, hand carved owl. I don't know how old he is, but that's. I don't think I've ever shown you that before. And for Sandra, when she gets home from work tonight, I have done her a beautiful cottage pie. It's all bubbling away there. Look at that. So yeah. So when Sandra comes home, she's apparently going bell ringing tonight, and then when she comes back from bell ringing, we're doing our things in the dark. Right, going to scoop some of that out for my tea, and log burner's lit. Just one. We're all steaming up, aren't we? Just what you need on a cold, frosty winter's night. We're on a mission, and it's not a mission from God. Well, it could be a mission from God, couldn't it? Right, Sandra, what have I got? It's ringing. And just in case, I've also got. Where's my gaffer tape one, Sandra? Right. Oh. And I've also got plan B.
If you're very good, I'll let you borrow my dressmaking scissors.
Very good. Right, into Timperley Village we go. We're on a mission. Right, so those that know will know, won't they, Sandra? I've got my fit-filled boots on, so look at them, how warm and toasty they are. So we're going to come and say hello to our friend. And this will be the last time we've done this. When did we start this? 2013, wasn't it? So here's our friend, Frank. Frosty Frank. He's got shiny, frosty head. Absolutely. Frosty head. So, some of you will know that we started to decorate Frank as Father Christmas. Go a little bit over there with him. A little bit. Come here. You can't. You're too far away. That's it. Well, with him in the middle. There you go. Bring Frank in. From when the statue was erected in 2013, and we've kept it pretty anonymous to who dressed him up. And he's become like a local legend of folklore now that Frank gets dressed up, and we've had other people claiming that they've done it and all the rest of it. But me and Sandra have always done it, haven't we?
Last year, when I did the traditional derobing, you'd already gone back to wherever you'd gone to. People were chasing me thinking I was stealing the costume.
Right. So this year we are going to go a little bit different. So instead of being a Father Christmas, all being well, he's going to be an elf. But one of the problems you've got is if ever you want to put a costume onto a statue, is these arms don't bend.
You were wrong. This is the bendy one.
Oh, bendy arm. Right. Okay. Oh, yeah. There's a story behind that as well. So it's almost like Frank's got rigor mortis. So what we've had to do is, normally what we do is we have a suit pre-made which has been cut and velcroed, and a lot of work goes into that, doesn't it?
A lot of work.
And
hours of stitching normally.
Somewhere it's in our Christmas stuff, and I'm not exactly sure where, but what we're going to do now, we're going to do a bit of a botch on this, literally with a pair of scissors, because this will probably almost certainly be the last time we ever do this. And all being well, next year it'd be great if somebody else carries the tradition. So I've got cars next to us all looking at us. We have cars bipping at us and stuff. It's all a bit covert. So
well, with your loud voice, that's not very covert.
Well, you know what I mean. Yeah. So I'm going to hand this over to Sandra initially now, and she can try and explain what the situation that we've got. So this arm here is the killer arm because it's folded in 45 degrees.
Pretty sure you've got to start with the extended arm.
So we normally start on that one, but
wow, because then it's further to go.
Oh, so we have got a plan B. We have got a Father Christmas to if this does go wrong. But all being well.
Before we even get anywhere,
No,
it's too small.
no, we're going to have to cut and open with some of the scissors to get
Try.
over.
It won't even go over the hand, so I think because this is much smaller than the one we normally put on.
Right, so with a bit of jiggery pokery, I want to make a modification on his wrist, but we will redo this here now. Yeah, so the gap's going to have to be gaffer taped up. So what we're going to do here, in a minute, at the back, I'm going to pull this over, I'm going to get Sandra to hold the back, and then we're going to gaffer tape
We can get his arm
down, and you'll see a little bit more. I'm just going to need to pull the camera down. I'm going to hold on to that for a sec.
You can wriggle that around the arm a bit more. Not so much from there. Whoa. Sort of yes, but from here first.
He's joined to the back now. He's perfect. He's all joined. Come on, look at the back here now. He's perfect. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. He's fine. Right. I'm just going to have to turn the camera off while I just get the first layer of gaffer tape. Right, so what we've done is we've now put a load of gaffer tape around him. Where we had to derobe him down the middle here, that's all gaffer taped up. He's got a bit of a tail here, hasn't he? Woo. And that's going around there to give him a bit of support. We did have to do a little tag down at the bottom here, but nobody will know about that. And he's looking good, isn't he? And let's look from a distance, coming down the village. So as you're coming into Timperley now, and you're approaching where Frank is, isn't he looking dapper, Sandra? That may be the last time we ever do this. And instead of him being a Father Christmas, it's Frank the Elf. So this year, if you want to come to the Frank Sidebottom Statue in Timperley, come and get an elfie with him. Not a selfie. You know it is. It really, what are you doing?
Right, Neil's been very Neil about this. So somebody pressed the wrong button earlier, so now somebody's a bit grumpy, and it weren't me, and I'm not grumpy.
You had hold of the camera.
Got your thumbnail at least.
Right, so that's tonight's little mission accomplished. So what I'm going to do now is do some photographs, get them up onto the Frank Sidebottom Twitter account, the Frank Sidebottom Statue Facebook page and group, and send out to some of the local media outlets. Just jump back a second, let me just come back there, one sec, and again, let's have a look.
You went to do that. That's what you went to do.
It is indeed. There you go. So everybody loves Frank. Everybody. So this pose. One day, somebody remind me. There was a photograph of Frank Sidebottom with Lee, my son, and that pose was taken from a photograph of Frank with his arms around Lee, and that's where that whole pose came from. Yeah, isn't he good?
Really good.
He's fucking good, looking good, and there was no needlework involved. So his collar's come undone, and he's got little bells this year. He's not ringing. Anyway, right, let me do that and get some photographs done. Timperley is really fantastic, especially this time of year. Our last Christmas in Timperley. Love this village. My very first school was over there. Infant school, CV little school. I was ward councillor for Timperley. Yeah, went to Cloverley, another school in Timperley, first intake. Well, that's looking, we're in that one, and I think we're gonna have a cheeky pint and upload these photos, shall we? Right, should we try not? Should we cross over the crossing, Sandra? Do it sensibly. Oh, a bit nippy, isn't it? My feet are nice and warm, and my fit builds on. Sandra, look at them.
My feet are warm enough, it's my fingers that are a bit chilly.
Alright, need a new pair. There's a pub quiz on and it's very, very loud, isn't it? Right, it's all happening right over there. So I'm having to not even hear myself think. So I am going to go and have a wee, and I am going to try and get some video footage of some Frank Sidebottom memorabilia. So in Frank's world, he used to always talk about the stonemasons. Yeah, and I've got a photograph of Frank Sidebottom at the bar, not too sure what year, late 80s, pushing over a pile of pennies. Do you remember you used to have like £100, like big pile of pennies? Took a photograph of him over on the bar there. I really did. You know I did. I really, really did. There you are, look. So Frank Sidebottom, or Chris Seavey, the man behind the mask, gone but never forgotten. So that's the Frank's Wall of Fame down here.